Right, let's have another go at making loaves of bread. So, I've made some sourdough. So this is my usual recipe sourdough. Last time I baked some loaves, they're a bit small, so I kind of think that we need to put more into the loaf tins. So instead of doing the recipe last time, it was into 3 loaf tins, so let's do it into 2 loaf tins this time. So we just cut the recipe in half. And if I do the same technique that I did last time, and then if it works first time, it will be a miracle. But it was just the wrong amount of dough that I had in the loaf tin, rather than my technique. So if we do the same technique but with more dough, we'll know that it's my technique, highly likely, rather than the loaf tin. So can I remember how to do this? No. So it was a third in and that, and then I think it was it? And you should watch, shouldn't I? And was it a third in like there, and then a roll, was it? I don't think so. That looks like it's going to be far too much dough for that. That looks like it's going to be far too much dough. But anyway, so here we go. So, I'll do the next one. And then I'm going to let it, it's going to be fermenting in the fridge for, oh, I don't know, 12 hours, something like that. Probably longer. So it'll prove in the fridge as well. So I don't want to, I can give it away tomorrow. I can't give it, I don't know who to give it to. If I bake it today, I don't know who I can give it to. But if I bake it tomorrow morning, I can give it to people. So that seems like a lot of dough for that loaf tin. But we'll see how we go. So get it into some kind of rectangle shape. And then we need to create tension in the dough, don't we? So maybe we need to roll it. And do that, maybe. I'm going to say that this is just an experiment to see how much dough I should be putting in these loaf tins. What's going on? What's that? And I'm going to use that as an excuse when they fail tomorrow morning when I bake them. So we'll cover those. Can't use that. We'll use these. So we'll cover those and we'll see how they turn out when I bake them tomorrow. But I'm using the excuse of getting the right amount of dough in those containers. I think I probably need to make a slightly bigger batch and split it between 3 loaf tins. I think that's what I need to do. But anyway, we'll put those in the fridge, let them ferment, prove for 12, 14, 15 hours, something like that, and we'll see how they turn out in the morning. Right, they've been out of the fridge for 2-3 hours, something like that, so they've risen quite a bit. Bubble there. So we'll see how they go. So the oven's on full, and I've got cast iron pan at the bottom of the oven as well, kind of keep the heat in when I put these in the oven. So there's a danger when you open the oven door, all the heat wants to come out, and it takes a while for the oven to get back up to temperature. So I've put a cast iron pan at the bottom of the oven, and that will retain lots of the heat. So even though we'll lose the hot air, the oven will quickly get back up to temperature. So half an hour I reckon, and we'll see how we go. There's probably going to be too much dough in there, so we'll just have to see how it turns out. There we go, half an hour I think, and we'll see how we go. It's on full whack, it's probably a little bit too high. Let's knock it down to 2. No, let's have it on full. Yeah, but it's only the first proper go. So we'll just kind of like get an idea of how it will turn out. So we've had 25 minutes, and here I have stuck in the tins and kind of exploded out to the side. So I'm going to try and get them out. I'm going to do it on camera. Apparently I am. So I don't think greasing the containers would have made a difference. The ovens didn't stick before. Maybe it's because they proved for a longer time in the tins. Maybe we need to. That's what we'll do. We'll leave one in the tin and we'll see if that makes a difference. As it cools, it might contract and it might come away from the sides of the pan. And we'll try and get this one out. So if it So where it's stuck, I'll try and move it. Okay. Oh, there we go. A bit better. I think it's just caught in a few places. So it wants to come out there. And I'll wiggle it just a little bit. So yeah, so I took them out after 25 minutes because of this. So I might just need to put a little bit of oil. It's caught there. Okay. So we can get that one out. It's caught there. So we might need to oil the containers before we do the next batch. So we can get that one out, so we should be able to get this one out. I don't want to be doing this every time. There we go. Just going to stick on that edge. They're going to need soak, aren't they? We'll have to cut into them, won't we? They're quite heavy. That one's okay. That one feels heavier for some reason. I like the cracks on the top. Yeah, well, that's not good, is it? We'll cut into them. We'll let them cool a bit, and then we'll cut into them, and then we'll see how they look inside. And then the people I'm going to give them to will just have to be happy with half a loaf. Right, let's have a look inside. We'll cut into this one. It's alright now. That's alright. That's alright. I'm going to have to cut into this one as well. This one feels slightly heavier. That's okay. It's never going to be having like an equal grain, like an even grain, because it's sourdough, and it wants to do its own thing. So it's probably the right amount of dough per. That just feels a lot lighter. Why does that feel a lot lighter? Maybe just a different place in the oven. That might be it. Just feels lighter. I don't know. Maybe that feels. I don't know. Yeah. So. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'll just, yeah, probably the right amount of dough. We certainly need to put something in the what we call it, in the baskety thing to stop it from sticking. Just a little, like a light spray of oil or something. Just a light spray of oil. But it's about the right amount of dough for the container, and I need to work on my technique. I want that so it's more up, and then it's got that. I want that on the side, but without that explosion. So I probably need to be a little bit more uniformed in my technique. There we go. But you can kind of see like a spiral where I must have. Is that the one that I rolled round and round? I don't know. But anyway, but anyway, I've learnt enough. I've learnt enough that I'll do it again, and then we'll have a go. I've learnt two things, which is good. They're not perfect, but we'll see how the next ones turn out. So if we put some oil, the loaf tin. I don't remember what it was called. If we oil the loaf tin, we might get a more uniformed kind of moving up the sides of the loaf tin, and then we might get a better loaf. But it's about the right amount of dough. So if I want to make 3, my bread recipe makes 2. If I want to make 3, I need to do half the recipe again, and then I get 3. But there we go. It's all right. Although I bought this flour. And it says white. Yeah, strong. It says strong white, and that's kind of quite. That looks more wholemealy to me. I mean, white. It's white on the inside, but it's not white as in the cheap supermarket stuff that I normally buy. It's on special offer, so I don't know. It looks a little bit more brown. I don't know if that's why it was cheap. Maybe it was cheap because of that. Maybe it's not cheap because it's going out of date. I don't know. Is there a date on it? Oh yes, there is. December 22. Ah! So it's out of date already. No, it's not. No, it's what we call it. It's we're not. It would. Yeah. So it's still in date. I think it must be. There must be some kind of problem with it, and the problem probably is that it's got a bit of. It's not white. It's got a little bit of wholemeal in it. But anyway, there we go. We'll see. It was fine. We'll have another go next week.